bike, a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
And again, as you can see, the toolboxes, you're assigned these. You don't have to bring them with you.
Okay.
Normally, when you switch modules, you switch off. As you can see, everybody's working in a team, all hands on.
Very cool.
Working top. BMW.
Now is this a custom project over here?
No, I don't believe these. I think they're just working on all the equipment. It could very well be one of the people always ask, hey, can I bring my own bike in and work on it? Some of the old bikes don't go right back together the way it's supposed to. Now, you asked about
That's great.
That you want to touch, you're going to learn here. Like I said, other programs out there will only teach you certain years, certain makes, certain models. You get it all here.
Huh.
As you can see here, the Ducatis, they're just gorgeous bikes now.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't touch these things as far as the point. They have their own tools, they have their own parts. It's just, they're different.
Wow.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Well, I just finished my meal at Checkers, across the street from the Daytona 500 International Speedway, which I'll show you now. And what you saw me eating was a cup of water, a like crispy chicken grilled thing, and then a bacon double cheeseburger. Now, that was my first time going to a fast food place that I wasn't familiar with, or that we don't have up north. And I'll tell you one thing. Well, that whole meal cost me $3, and I'm so full I could probably go throw up right now, and I'd feel a lot better. And the chicken sandwich thing, the ratio of mayonnaise and melted cheese to meat and bread was about 1 to 1. Yeah, I almost couldn't eat it, but then I reminded myself that it was food and I paid for it, so I had to. And then I went across the street and got a $5 pack of cigarettes, American Spirits. But anyways, I'm here in Daytona at the International Speedway, and there's something very, very important happening right now, which people from all over the world are coming to see. They are repaving the road here in the Speedway. Very, very exciting. So I'm gonna go check that out and watch them. Hopefully, and then I'm on my way to near Cuba. Florida Keys. All right, see ya. speedway. Now, what you just saw inside apparently was worth $55. That's how much the tickets are. But I was standing around looking bewildered, and some nice girls who work here asked me if I wanted a stamp to get in. I said, "Oh, sure. And so they stamped my hand and I wandered around. Yeah. Now I'm trying to get on this tour bus here so I can maybe drive around on the racetrack. Well, I'm here at a Florida rest area for the night, and I have a few more things to say about the state of Florida before I head to Key West and sleep on the beach. Hopefully it'll be a little warmer. But Florida is an eerie state, and these thoughts kind of come from what I was saying before about it being like LA for old ladies. So I'm gonna talk about that for a little bit. Now it's eerie, and it's also very wealthy. Now coming from Nolens, it was like a night and day difference, because Nolens is the gritty, grimy, dilapidated city full of degenerates, has been so nicely put. And then coming into let's see, Alabama, you know, there wasn't that big of a difference. But as soon as I hit Florida, you could just tell right away this city or the state is built for tourism, and it's very wealthy. It was like a night and day difference, but it was also very eerie because my first memories of it, I was driving down one of these interstates at night heading towards Panama City, and I would see all these billboards that were sun-washed, with the color fading. And if you've ever seen Dark City, one of the main characters, they have these memories of this kind of beach city. It's like, I don't know, Paradise City or something like that. And there's that one billboard in it, which is kind of a little creepy, and it doesn't really fit in the massive dark city. And from what I witnessed, that was largely based off of real billboards, and it was almost kind of funny. Like, I was chuckling to myself just looking at these billboards that were it was kind of sad, but that's really what they were like. Like, you just see, like, come to Orange Grove, and then you would see kind of like a stereotypical white female sitting on the beach with sunglasses, and the sunglasses were like slightly down, and she was looking at you, but the whole thing was like fading. That was kind of eerie, but that I would say describes Florida pretty well. The whole state is like they put a candy coating on everything, but you know that it's not really true. For example, in Nolens, you know, like I said, everything's falling apart, dilapidated, and you feel like you're really looking at a real city. But coming through Florida, you get the sense that there are no slums here, and that's also very eerie. But I stayed in a slum yesterday, so I know there are slums. I was in kind of like this housing with Faye's son Channing, and it was low-income housing, and I knew that it was full of crime, and And it was a slum, but you would have never have known it because everything looked like it was candy coated, it was fake. You know, I get the feeling that this whole state is set up so that the tourists who are passing through, they look at everything and they say, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at that, that's nice. But in reality, it's not very nice. And it's kind of creepy. But other than that, the beaches are very nice. And hopefully I'll get some good beach action tomorrow. So Florida is like LA for old ladies because even LA has its points where you look at something and say, man, that shit's fucked up, and I bet really nasty people live in that area who are doing heroin and killing each other. And so even LA, I would say, is too much for an old lady. But of course Florida has slums and it has crime. So you know that either they're just lying to you, or it's a paradise. It's a perfect state, which that can't be true. So it's for old ladies because they want to be in the tropics, and they don't want to be in LA because it's a little too brutal. And so Florida is toned down.